Hello everybody, my name is Rotary Salvatore and I am not learning Python. It all started with 3 blue, 1 bronze video on topology. That's right, Grant Sanderson, you got me into this mess. For those of you who don't know Grant, he makes these really cool STEM-oriented videos, and I was inspired by them alongside Demotro's videos on the channel Combo Class to make a math thing, to explore a math topic, because there are tons of math things that haven't been solved yet, and hobbyists go out there and just write papers and code and stuff, and they solve the math thing, and I wanted in on that. So I thought, I'm gonna write some Python code to graph the Fibonacci sequence. I don't know why that was my first goal, but it was, and here are the results. That's it. It's extremely boring. This is what happens if you simulate drawing from a card deck and then take the pairs of cards and then plot them on the graph. It just creates like a square almost. And that's when I realized if I wanted to get anywhere with my math project, then I would have to actually learn the language which I was working with. And the first thing that you do when you're learning Python is you create a text adventure game. This was a mistake. The reason why this was a mistake is because I am not very good at math, and I am also not very good at coding. But you know what I am good at? I am good at writing. This is a 12-page production proposal on a 1982 play written by Raymond M. Solomon called An Epistemological Nightmare. Do you know what the play was? It was only dialogue written in a text file which I randomly found online. This is a flowchart from an ARG which I ran for half a year, and this is a 66-page document from the Creative Writing Club shared between all the members to just write their stuff in. Guess who wrote 56 of those pages? Suffice to say, I am addicted to writing, even hidden away behind my backwards clock, shout out to Mason for building that for me, is this. A book, which I specially bought to contain a lot of my writing. So the original goal was to learn Python, like actually learn the language. But I got stuck up on the text adventure, and now I'm a game developer, which is why I'm not learning Python. I'm only learning the stuff which I need to make my new game, title work in progress, almost gone. You see, the reason why I am making this game is because the ARG which I made a year ago was a smashing success, but there was one feature which I really wanted to implement, but just reasonably couldn't. And that was a one-on-one player interaction in which the player dies and goes to my version of the afterlife, and they have to get out. It's an escape room, essentially. A massive escape room. In the original ARG, players had the option to align themselves with one of 3 aspects, that being the anger, the happiness, or the sorrow. Now, depending on which aspect a player aligned themselves with, it would influence how they played the game and which characters they interacted with. I want to use this same concept in the game which I'm making, and depending on which aspect a player chooses, they will be sent to that aspect's version of the afterlife. So, for example, players who choose the sorrow will be sent to the Darkest Dreams, which is an entire world and an entire quest line. The player will also have the choice to not choose any of the aspects at all, and just stay in the original environment. That will be its own world too. I might even add more worlds than the aspects. I might also add fear. Who knows? So as you can see, I've already made some of the game here. So I can put my name in, and then, you know, it does stuff. There's a bit of a problem with this. It's essentially the equivalent of a book, like a choose-your-own-adventure book. There is no game in it, because a game implies rules, which is why I made a combat simulator, so you can fight stuff now, and your alignment with the aspects will change your stats, and depending on what you fight and how you approach these scenarios, it'll influence the plot. So that's cool. Gonna be honest with you, no idea what actually goes into a devlog, especially considering this is the equivalent of a book. However, I will say that the next time you see a video like this, I am going to add illustrations to this kind of book of a game in a separate window. So we'll have an actual proper menu and art to go along with the text, so you can actually picture things in your mind better. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you being here. There's a Discord now. I mean, there has been for a long time, but this is the first time I'm mentioning it. So check that out maybe, like in the description. I'll see you.